Tennessee does more things to delay a game and calling time. Does that? How does your dugout take that? What do y'all? What?
Well, what we told our guys before the series is don't worry about all this stuff. Just play and don't just play ball. And you know, whether it's Tennessee or a West Coast school or whoever, a lot of times that goes on. They've changed some of the rules, so you can't do it as much, because it used to be you could call timeout all the time, or infielders could go visit pitchers and just disrupt things, break rhythm, whatever, and try to frustrate people. But a couple times when they took some offensive timeouts, it was 2 quick outs, and they were trying to just calm down a little bit. We had a lead. They were trying to break, maybe the rhythm of the pitcher, which, hey, it's all gamesmanship. It is what it is. But our guys, we told them, just, hey, whatever, whether it's that type of stuff or, no matter who you play, if they try to get you distracted somehow, don't let it happen.
I guess one more on Ryder. I mean, I guess how much is it a premium that a catcher can hit in the lineup? In your experience, maybe in the SEC.
Yeah, I mean it's really a lot of times you don't see it because it's such a tough position. I kind of kidded with Ryder today before right after we stretched, and I just said, "Hey, how you feeling?" He said, "I feel great." I said, "You got to be tough to be a catcher, and you got to be mean." He goes, "Yeah, I know." I said, "You're that guy, right?" He said, "Yeah." So, because they take a beating up and down and crouched, and they got to think, because we let our catchers call the game. Pitcher has an option to shake them. We call in some pitches, suggestions, and you have to be a really dedicated person to your physical being. He has to get his rest. He has to eat right, and he does. But to have him hit, I think about our catchers over the last 15 years. James McCann really hit his junior year. Didn't hit as a freshman, and he started the last 25 games all the way to Omaha in 2009 as a true freshman. And then his sophomore year is better, but his junior year, he might have led our team in hitting, and that was the year, 2011, that the bats were pitiful. You could have gone down to the TG&Y and bought a wood bat that was better than what we were using, and probably had a high-seam baseball, and the game got real boring, and they figured it out a little bit. But James is a great catcher. One of the greatest to ever come through here. And he's done great in the big leagues, and he'll probably be a manager one day if he wants.
Hey, Dave, what's a 20-win SEC season mean to you?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to do it. I think this is 3 years in a row. I think one of you guys brought it up last night, and I hadn't really thought about it. And then Coach said something right after the game. We were walking out to the guys. Hey, that's 23 years in a row. And I'm like, yeah, tough to do. Congratulations. It just means that you show up every weekend and you play, and you're probably pretty good. You don't make a lot of mistakes, because this league will hurt you. You look at the games. Look at all the games this weekend. Teams taking leads into the ninth and giving up homer after homer, or just things happen, and the players are good. So to win 20 in the toughest division or toughest league in the country, it's special to us.
Yeah, and I know this is still a week away, but do you feel like you've done enough to get home field here throughout the postseason?
Oh yeah.
What gives you that confidence?
20 wins in our league. That's probably the main thing, and that's probably the main thing.
Okay, and then one more. You lead the country in home wins this year. What's made this team so difficult to play here at Baum?
Well, we played a lot of games at home first, and then we've done really well here. I think we lost one midweek game that, give Missouri State credit, they scored 5 in the ninth to tie it, I think, or to win it. I don't remember what happened. I think to tie it, we went extra innings, and we got off to a really good start, I think, in conference play against South Carolina. We won 4 opening weekend against Washington State. I just think we just had a lot of guys that if they didn't play on the weekend and we plugged them in, they played. They played well. You think of some of the guys on the team that, we got a couple guys that are hitting 300 that didn't play a lot, and they're right at it. And thinking about Bowles, really, and put him in the midweek. He'd hit a double and a homer, double and a single. And then he'd look at me funny on the weekend, like, hey, how come I'm not playing? I felt bad. I even told him one day, I said, I feel bad that I'm not playing. But those other guys, just hang in there, keep doing, you're going to help us. And he did. I think against Texas, he had a 2-run homer on the opening game to give us the lead, and then we got after it the rest of the weekend. And he didn't hardly play at LSU because now, Maxwell's back. But I just feel like home games, we played well here. The crowds were good. The weather was not good at the beginning. It's been great lately, and our guys are comfortable here. I mean, and we field the ball. We don't make a lot of errors.
Dave, after the top of the third last night, you're down that you've already used Root, Gackle, and Jimenez, and that might not look good in the context of the series. Is this coming back and winning it? Is this something maybe you can lean on moving forward when the postseason arrives and stuff like that?
Well, I think it shows that we have guys that can get it done in the bullpen, and it doesn't always have to be the guys that have been doing it all year long. Other guys have to step up, and usually, to play for a while, you have to have maybe one guy just really come on for you, whether it's an arm or a hitter that maybe was okay during the year, but now he's just stepped it up. There's a lot of those stories over the years of teams that play all the way to Omaha.
He obviously had the home run today, but he hit the ball really hard yesterday and today. Made another nice defensive play on the other side of second base, and a pretty nice slide on a stolen base. Just kind of, what do you make of his overall performance today and this weekend?
Today he was amazing. That home run he hit gave us 5-run lead, and like you guys were talking about, we're going to start pitching guys that don't pitch a lot on the weekend, and just to kind of spread that out, I think it took the wind out of him just a little bit over there. But he smoked that ball 107 down the left field line. He hit one 107 to right center into a light breeze. Made that play up the middle. And, if you just look at his whole body of work, he played shortstop. He started every game last year, and he started every game this year. I've only taken him out a couple of times, midweek when I'd go, hey, man, you ready to come out? And he'd always say no, and I'd say, okay, go take a break because I'm going to put so-and-so in. We'd always kid around. And so he plays just a primo position. You have to be good to play there. And then he put up these numbers, home runs, the doubles, RBIs, scored 70-some runs. To me, it's an MVP type. It's an MVP type 30 games and season.
Quickly, just curious what your thoughts on that balk call in the third inning.
I thought he balked. We all thought he balked in the dugout. Did you guys think he balked? Did you guys break it down at all? You think Tony thought he balked?
TV said he did.
Who didn't?
TV.
Said he didn't? Yeah, well, one of those guys played at Tennessee, so I'm not buying that one. No, it was different. It was different than his other moves. So if he didn't balk, it did look like he did from our side of the field. So I'm going to have to go look at it now. Okay.